Mankind has fought wars for power and wealth for centuries. Such a war named Mahabharata had shaken the history. Lives of countless brave soldiers were sacrificed in this epic battle. Gandhari, who had immense grief and anger within, had lost all her sons. She thought Lord Krishna would have stopped all this bloodshed if he wanted to, but he didn't. In that anger, Gandhari cursed Lord Krishna. Your entire bloodline will be doomed, and your empire Dwaraka will sink into the ocean. Who knew time, who quietly keeps moving along its path, will rush this curse into a reality after 36 years? One day, Lord Krishna was taking rest under a tree by a river. A tribal hunter named Jara came there for hunting. He mistook Lord Krishna's foot for a deer's ear. When he fired the arrow, Lord Krishna's scream echoed throughout the entire jungle. Jara realized how terrible mistake he made. His soul got filled with fear and regret. He ran to Lord Krishna to ask for forgiveness. Lord Krishna told him to calm down and said, "Don't worry. Ages ago, during Treta Yuga, my avatar Sri Rama killed your Bali avatar by cheating. And hence, this event was inevitable since then. After that, Lord Krishna left his earthly body there. With immense grief and regret, Jara went to Arjun. Arjun was the dearest friend to Lord Krishna, performed the cremation of Lord Krishna. He found that the body of Krishna has turned into ashes, but the divine heart has remained intact. Arjun put that heart on a wooden log and let it flow in the ocean. The heart kept drifting in the ocean, and with time it reached a small tribal village by the bank of river Mahanadi. The village was inhabited by a tribe named Sabara Vishwabasu. The leader of the tribe was a great and a wise man. He found the heart and kept it worshipping in a secret cave in the name of Lord Neelamadhav. No one outside the tribe had the knowledge of this. Those days, the empire of Avanti was ruled by a king named Indradimna, who was a great devotee of Lord Vishnu. He had a great desire to have a divine glimpse of Lord Vishnu. One day, a sage came to king and informed him. King Indradimna asked his priest Vidyapati to set out to see Neelamadhav. Vidyapati set out to Odisha without any delay. After moving through several landscapes for months, he reached there. On the way, he heard about Lord Neelamadhav being worshipped in a tribal village by the river bank. When he asked the village chief Vishwabasu about Lord Neelamadhav, Vishwabasu refused to give information. Vidyapati decided to stay in that village for a while and started living there, trying to familiarize with the village. One day, Vidyapati saw Vishwabasu's daughter Lalita. Vidyapati and Lalita fell in love and got married to live together with bliss and happiness. One day, Vidyapati asked Lalita to convince her dad to take him to Lord Neelamadhav. Lalita assured him by promising to do so. Upon Lalita's request, Vishwabasu agreed the same. Vishwabasu put one condition to Vidyapati before taking him to Lord Neelamadhav. Vidyapati must be blindfolded throughout the entire journey to Lord Neelamadhav's cave in order to keep its location a secret. But Vidyapati was a cunning man. He carried some mustard grains with him and started spilling them silently on the road while walking to keep a track of the path. After a while, they reached the cave. When Vidyapati saw Lord Neelamadhav's divine statue, he got stunned and mesmerized. After the divine glimpse of the statue, Vidyapati returned to inform the king about this mystery. After a few months, King Indradyumna and Vidyapati set out for the cave, following the mustard seeds which had fully grown by the time. This path led them to a secret cave. But when they reached the cave, to their surprise, the statue of Lord Neelamadhav had vanished from there. The cave was empty. Disappointed, Indradyumna returned to his palace and his quest left unrealized. One night, when King Indradyumna was in deep sleep, Lord Vishnu appeared in his dream and told, "You will find me in a wood log at the seashore. You have to make 3 statues from that log and worship me in those statues." When King Indradyumna reached the sea, he found a great wooden log for real, floating in the sea near the shore. He ordered his people to fetch that log. But after countless efforts, no one was able to put a scratch on that log. One day, as King Indradyumna was seated worried in his palace, Lord Vishwakarma, in the disguise of an old carpenter, came to him and said, "I will carve 3 statues out of that log. But I have one condition. I will do it in 21 days alone in a locked room, with no one allowed to enter the room during that time." King Indradyumna agreed to this and locked the old carpenter with that log in that room. Faint sounds of woodworking kept coming from the room. Queen was curious about this. One day she was worried when the sound stopped coming from that room. Queen asked Indradyumna to open the door, but King refused. The queen was concerned that the old man must have died of hunger or thirst. King was denied, but after several requests from Queen, he agreed to open the door. When the door opened, the old carpenter had vanished. The king was surprised while looking at the 3 unfinished statues: Lord Jagannath, Ma Subhadra, and Lord Balarama. King Indradyumna was very disappointed in his heir, but he started worshipping the half made statues, and the worship of Lord Jagannath commenced in a grand temple of Puri. Even today, in the temple of Puri, the heart of Lord Krishna keep beating, and it will keep beating for years.